Hi guys, and today I'm recording this video to show you better how to play Yasuo, like a full guide on Yasuo pretty much. So first thing you need to do is go to your item sets, and I will just delete this for now, and add a new custom set and call it Yasuo. So first up, you go here and choose Summoner's Rift only and Yasuo only. Fucking hell. And in Yasuo, then you go to items, and for starting items, you can buy Doran's Blade or Ko and 1 health potion. Then in the early game, this is the strongest build currently on Yasuo for patch 6.18, even after the nerfs. So early game, you should get a Zeal, which is this thing. Zeal, oops, my bad, and a Jorum's Fist. They're from 2 different items, but it's like that because we're gonna build both of those items. It's gonna be first and second item, and of course you should get boots, then your core build, which is pretty much your 6 items. Phantom Dancer first, after that you get Frozen Mallet. It doesn't seem like a good item on Yasuo, but for those who have played with it, they will know how good it is. You slow on every attack, auto attack, and on every Q, and you're so tanky, it's just overpowered in my opinion. Then you get, this item is one of the strongest in the game. Like, if you're fed, always get this item, because you won't die that much, like with any champion. On Yasuo, even if you're not fed, but if you're fed with any AD champion, just get this item. They can't run away from you, and they can't fight you because you're fed. And it also gives you tankiness, so you can like survive. Then you get like Infinity Edge for the 100% crit and the increased critical strike damage. I personally do not like Static Shiv like an item on Yasuo. Just look at the difference between Phantom Dancer and Static Shiv. So movement speed, normally it's the same, but when you're within 550 units of an enemy champion you can see, Phantom Dancer gives you a 7% bonus movement speed, so that's like 12 total. So basically that's 7% more movement speed, and the attack speed is 10% more. It costs less money, and when you look at the unique passives, this one is Shiv Lightning, which deals damage to maximum 5 targets, bonus damage to minions, and it can critically strike. So basically against champion it deals a maximum of 240 magic damage, and late game that's not too much because your crits already do like 700, and like a 200 on top of that is almost nothing. But what this gives you is the last champion hit deals 12% less damage to you. So that's like against a Zed, for example, you just auto attack him once and he can't really do too much. He just doesn't deal damage to you. Infinity Edge, because it's because there are 2 items in the game that gives 20% crit chance, and the other one is the Sense Reaver, and you don't really need CDR and mana restoration, I guess, on Yasuo. Then you get something like Bloodthirster for the lifesteal and AD, and it's just a good item on Yasuo. And Trinity Force, so this here is like so much damage you can 1v1 any ADC without pretty much losing any HP. Maybe like a Vayne, I'm not sure, but if you're good, you can 1v1 any ADC. Then for boots, you have a couple of choices. My favorite ones are Merc Treads, because they give you tenacity. So pretty much slow, stun, spheres, everything is reduced by 30%. So that's like a lot. A 3-second Morgana binding is gonna be reduced to like almost 2 seconds. And if you get the mastery, which I'll show you, you can get 1 mastery on Yasuo, which increases his tenacity even more, and you get an elixir of iron. You're gonna have so much tenacity, but you don't need more than 30%, honestly. If they have like another Yasuo Trundamir, then an ADC jungle and an AD carry, then of course you're gonna get ninja tabbies. Or even if they have like 2 or 3 basic attack based champions, you should get ninja tabbies because of its passive that it blocks 12. Oh, I'm sorry. That it blocks 12% of the damage from basic attacks. And last but not least, Boots of Swiftness are also very good. They offer more movement speed, cost less, and they have kind of tenacity, but it's not really. First up, it's only by 25%, not by 30%, and second of all, it's also only movement slowing effects. So it will not reduce like a Morgana binding, and I think it's not their duration, it's their strength. So something like an Ashe would be pretty hard countered by this, or a Frozen Mallet. This actually counters Frozen Mallet. If they have like a Gnar with a Frozen Mallet, this will counter him. So basically that's your build. And then for consumables or other items, pretty much other things you can get are of course you can get your warding trinket. I mean, I don't like getting it at level 1 because it's just wasting time and clicks pretty much. If you didn't know this, if you don't buy a trinket, the second you walk out of the base, it will buy one for you. Then Farsight Alteration is useful. Then another useful, all the like sweeping lens, not useful on Yasuo definitely. Oracle Alteration if they have something like Teemo maybe. Then you should get a Flash Zone. I'm kidding. It's only for Nexus Siege. And Vision Wards are useful. Refillable Potion, don't get this on Yasuo. Okay, so now for elixirs, you can get an Elixir of Wrath or an Elixir of Iron. And that's pretty much your build with Yasuo. If you do this, I will later show you how it looks in game. And yeah, basically I have a Yasuo build right now, and it will replace the recommended items. So now that we've got this out of the way, we'll talk about summoner spells. So summoner spells I take on Yasuo are Flash, always Flash. I don't think I've played a game on Yasuo without Flash. It's just not worth it. Ignite if my lane is like easy to beat and I need some more kill potential. Exhaust if my lane is hard, like Zed for example. And teleport again if my lane is hard but I don't really want to fight, I just want to farm. And when I wanna farm, actually, I get this co, because look at the passive. Killing a lane minion grants 1 additional gold. Killing 100 lane minions grants an additional 350 gold immediately and disables this passive. So basically, buying this item, when you farm 100 minions, basically you've bought it for 450 gold and you've got back 450 gold. So you basically got 7 AD and 3 life on hit for free, and basically you've won money from buying this item, because you can also sell it for 180. And look at the difference between lifesteal and life on hit though. So basically 3% lifesteal means that 3% of the damage you deal is gonna be converted to lifesteal. So you're basically gonna get it as health. So 3% lifesteal to be equal to 3 life on hit, you need 100 AD against minions and a lot more against champions. So you have to note that 3 life on hit is better in the early game. So if you really want to just farm in the early game and just get fed by farming pretty much, you can get like 100 farm at 12 minutes and then sell this and get like a phantom dancer and destroy your laner. You get co and teleport. Like, I usually take flash exhaust on top lane and flash ignite or flash exhaust on mid lane, because I always want to fight with Yasuo. I don't know what's about it. I just always feel I can win a 1v1, and most times I do. So basically, I'll show you the mastery pages you can create on Yasuo. So basically, I need to stop fucking saying basically. The first one, let's call it Yasuo number 1. It is gonna have Warlord's Bloodlust. So you get this, 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 this. So this is basically oh my god. This is the sustain build. If you're against a hard lane, you should get this mastery page, because it gives you lifesteal when you're low, and it also offers lifesteal here, and in the late game it's also pretty useful if you're like 1v5 and you don't want to die. In terms of raw damage, it is less than the other mastery pages, definitely. This we get for the attack speed, ability damage on Yasuo, not worth it. You can get Feast to get even more sustain, but it's a pretty bad mastery in my opinion. Killing a unit restores 20 HP with a 30-second cooldown. Like, that's, I don't know. But here you deal 3% additional damage and take 1.5% additional damage, so you die faster, but you do a lot more damage. And taking more damage means you gotta be tankier to survive, and that's why we've got this build. The build that most people actually use on Yasuo, the Static Shiv into Infinity Edge, then Bloodthirster, then Ravenous Hydra. It's a very bad build, because I mean it worked pretty well in season 5 and 4, and yeah. But in season 6 you can get pretty much one shot by anything, except for like a Janna. And yeah, just being tankier means you're gonna deal more damage because you're not gonna die immediately. Oh my god, I'm sick. So, fuck off, iTunes. So, Bounty Hunter better than Oppressor. Oppressor pretty much increases your damage if they're knocked up, but I mean, you can get this, I guess, if they're if you're not sure that you can kill everyone on the enemy team. Because if you can kill everyone on the enemy team, you deal 5% increased damage on everything. But if you can't, this deals 2.5% increased damage on people with impaired movement. So basically, oh my god, I need to stop saying basically. Oh. So if you can kill 5 every single one of their team at least once, this gives you 5% damage always, and this gives you 2.5% damage only if you knock them up or if someone on your team slows, stuns, roots, or whatever is them. Then this is better than magic penetration. I don't know if I should even explain this. Here we get this for the lifesteal instead of like the damage. And here I prefer dealing more damage to minions so I can farm them better. These two are for more damage. You don't need mana or more buffs or more buff durations. And this dangerous game restores 5% of your missing health and mana when you kill a unit. It's better than Bandit. Or maybe if you really want to farm your lane, you can get this as well, and every time you poke an enemy you get 10 bonus gold, and also if you don't manage to kill a minion you gain 1 gold. So that's my first Yasuo mastery page. Then the next one is gonna be the one with the most damage. So basically you get, oh my god, this, and this. So the differences here are on this side, Cunning, I always get these, like they're just the only ones good for Yasuo. Like movement speed out of combat is much worse than being able to farm easier, and like getting mana from potions and buffs from neutral monsters lasting 15% longer if you're not a jungler, and regenerating mana, getting bonus gold, it's bad on Yasuo just. And also here you get Fervor of Battle. So what this mastery does, hitting a champion with attacks and abilities generates a stack of fervor. 2 for melee attacks and 2-second and it has also a 2-second cooldown for ability hits. Every stack of fervor lasts 6 seconds and your max stacks are 8. Your basic attacks deal 1 to 14 bonus physical damage based on level to champions for each stack. So this means that at level 18, hitting a champion 4 times means that every single basic attack you're gonna deal about 120 bonus physical damage, which also can crit. Fervor of Battle can crit, and when you've got 100% crit, that's like a 240 bonus damage on every auto attack. So that's kind of a better version of Static Shift's passive, I guess. And I also get this because we're not doing the sustain build, so we're gonna have more damage. Like instead of lifesteal and spell vamp, we get AD and AP. And the last mastery page you can do on Yasuo is you get more tanky, and I will actually show you a build that has no crit, but it's actually pretty strong in my opinion. And you also get like extremely tanky with this build. And you should get Grasp when you're doing this build, or Fervor for the more damage, but I actually I prefer when I'm tanky, not dealing damage, but like being as tanky as possible. So we don't need healing lifesteal, we don't have any of that to increase. Movement speed in Brush and River, kinda useless if you're not jungler. Bonus armor and magic resist are just better than health regen. Then here you can get both of them, like both are good, but I feel like this is good on like a Garen or something, or like an Olaf, cause I just don't like it on Yasuo. Maybe if you're in a hard lane, maybe you can get this to like not die a lot. But I always prefer this. Then here the tenacity and slow resist are just so good, and grasp of the undying, of course, it's the only good of those. That one is for a support tank, and that one is for a tanky jungler. And again, we get those from the cunning tree. You can also go with those from the resolve tree, ferocity. But as I said, when I'm a tank, I'm not about dealing as much damage as possible. So what I want to say to those people that take Thunderlord for some reason is, it's just not a good mastery on Yasuo. It's like every 25 seconds you can deal a bonus about 200 damage. Like with this you deal 240 every auto attack. With this, every 3 auto attacks every 25 seconds you deal 200. And like, it's just not, it's bad. It's good on burst champions so that you can just deal as much damage as possible in as little time as possible, like Zed or LeBlanc or whatever. So I've seen actually Yasuo's take Deathfire Touch. I don't even know. I won't even explain why this is bad on Yasuo. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know why would you ever want to take Deathfire Touch on Yasuo. So those are the 3 mastery pages. You can copy them and use every single one of them for the occasions I told you. So now let's actually go for like the tankier Yasuo build. I'll just add one here, and I'll call it super tanky build. So what you wanna get in this build is, you still actually wanna get Trinity Force and Frozen Mallet. Then you wanna get Deadman's Plate, Stunfire Cape. This is actually like a build against more AD focused teams, because it grants a lot of armor and you actually do a lot of damage. So that's 25 AD, 55 AD. Late game, that's like 100 bonus AD. Then you got 1,400. No, 1,000. 2,100. About 2.4k health, and like 100 armor as well. And then you get a shield when you're bursted. You slow on every auto attack. Your Q deals insane damage because of the Spellblade passive. You got attack speed. You got movement speed. You got damage if you've walked a lot. You've got damage to everyone around you. And again, the one of those types. You choose these or these, pretty much. Then for runes, on this account I don't actually own the runes you need to use on Yasuo, so I'll show them in the shop. For you need tier 3. For marks, you wanna get attack speed, these ones here. Then for glyphs, you wanna get magic resist always, or maybe you can get scaling magic resist. It's up to you if you wanna be tankier in the early on or in the late game. For seals, you can get either armor, which I prefer actually. Armor is like, I only need armor in the late game. In the early game, in the late game it's kind of useless armor runes. So I actually don't like the armor per level runes, but if you are like against a full AD team, I guess maybe you can get armor per level, cause at about level 9 it's already much better. Here it is, it gives 3 armor instead of 1, but you know, it at level 1 it doesn't give that much. So for quintessences, you want to get either attack damage if you're gonna get the warlords build, and here it is, attack damage, or you want to get where is it, or you want to get where is it, attack speed. Oh my god, attack speed, you want to get this if you're using the tanky build, or if you're using like if you're using the fervor build. They cost a lot, but you gotta spend some IP on runes, guys. Then so that's it for runes. So that's pretty much all you need to know about what to do and build on Yasuo, what masteries and runes to take. So now I will start a custom game, and I'll show you the mechanics of Yasuo, what his abilities do, and everything. So see you in a second. So hi guys, and welcome to this video again. It's the Yasuo. Oh my god, So hi again, and right now I'm continuing the Yasuo guide. So I just hopped into a custom game to show you exactly how to play Yasuo. So like I showed you what to take on him in terms of like masteries, and yeah. So at level 1 you almost always want to get Q, then get E at level 2. At level 3, if you can block any of your opponent's abilities, you want to get W, but if your opponent is like a Wukong, you can't block any of his abilities with Wind Wall, so you get your E, and you max your E first, and your Q second. So if you don't actually know what your abilities do, because I'm sure there's gonna be like people who are just starting to play Yasuo and don't really know what his abilities do exactly. His Q is a skill shot, which he hits forward basically, and if he hits anything with it, it adds a stack of flowing gathering storm, and landing a second Q while you have a stack of gathering storm means your next Q is gonna be a tornado, and it's gonna have a much longer range. You can see that this is like pretty short range. Its range is gonna be to about over here somewhere. Like you saw me use it. So what you need to do about the build is here, when you start the shop, click the little arrow and click on Yasuo, and the recommended items will change to these items. Now, another thing about his Q is it is pretty much like a basic attack. It can crit. So basically, if you have crit, your Q is able to critically strike just like a basic attack. And your Q also applies all on-hit effects. which means the slow from Frozen Mallet, the Spellblade passive from Triforce. I don't know what this Wukong is doing, but he's dead. And if you have a mastery mode, of course, every time you do a play that's pretty bad, but you still kill your opponent, just flash it, cause why not tilt your opponent? Like, you're Yasuo, you just wanna tilt the fuck out of your opponents. Like, that's your goal in life if you play Yasuo. So next up, his Q also, its cooldown doesn't get reduced by CDR, it gets reduced by attack speed and also the cast time. Like, look at here, you saw it showed Steel Tempest and it loaded a little bit. And when it does like that, this is called cast time. And the cast time and cooldown are reduced by buying attack speed or getting attack speed from leveling up. So you see my Q is turned around like this. When I strike it once, the sword is turned in the other direction and I have a stack of Gathering Storm. When I strike it again, it's like a tornado and it's got a bigger range, and I'm not sure, but I think it has a bigger width as well. This W just creates a wind wall that blocks enemy projectiles, which means like it can block from Lux, for example. It can block every single one of Veigar's abilities except E and W, because W comes from the air and you can't really block it, yeah, like, you know. And his E is just there is nothing about blocking with his E. Like, Lux, you can block her Q because she like shoots it out, and her E because it's also a projectile, she shoots it out and then hits you. Something like Lux's ultimate, you can block because it's not a projectile. She doesn't throw it at you. She pretty much tells her ultimate where it needs to be, kind of. I'm just gonna get both here a little bit so Wukong can like jump on me. Now your E is a dash, so you basically dash through a unit and deal damage to it. The cooldown of your E is extremely low. It's 0.5 decreased to 0.1 at max level, but it's pretty much used for mobility and early game for the damage. So now you might have noticed that every time I use my E, it deals different damage. Now this is because every cast of E increases its damage by 25% up to a maximum of 50. You can also block minion projectiles with the wind wall, but you can't block turrets. You can block Dragon and Baron. So his E is that, and it has a low cooldown, but it cannot be recast on the same enemy for 10 seconds at rank 1, decreased to 6 seconds at rank 5. His ultimate basically, if someone is knocked up, like not only by you, even if like a teammate of yours knocks him up, you can click R while they're knocked up, and you're gonna keep them in the air for another extra second. And also deal quite a lot of damage to them. Now after you ult, your basic attacks for the next 15 seconds, if they are every single crit is gonna have 50% armor penetration. So like basically, oh my god, if you ult for the next 15 seconds, your sword becomes empowered, and every crit will penetrate their armor by 50%. Also, if you have stacks of Gathering Storm, so basically you've hit your Q once and then you've ulted, all Q stacks will be reset, but your flow shield, which is your passive, I forgot to talk about the passive, but I will talk about it now, after I talk about the ultimate. It resets your passive, the little thing that is right here, instead of your mana flow, it puts it to full. Also your ultimate is AoE, so the more people, if 5 people are knocked up at like real close to each other, your ultimate is gonna strike the 5 of them, not only the one you normally ulted. And just so you know, you don't have to like you don't have to click on the enemy you want to use your ultimate on. You just need to click R when they're knocked up, and it's gonna ult them, and it's gonna deal damage also to every single enemy around them. Your passive, so it has 2 parts of it. The first one increases your critical strike chance by 100%. Like, that's the thing why Yasuo is like built with crit. It's because his passive increases his critical strike chance by 50%. Doubles it pretty much. So I bought only 20%, but you can see that I have 60. Here you see 60%, and I've only bought 30. Don't worry, I don't have like 30% crit chance in my runes, I promise. The other part of his passive is it gives him flow instead of mana, and when this flow is full, taking damage from champions or monsters activates a shield equal to the value written right here. You see 182 out of 225. So basically, when I've got full flow, when it becomes white, every time the next time a champion or monster hits me, they're gonna activate the shield, and I'm gonna have a 225 shield for 1 second. The shield is only for 1 second, so it's for like negating poke and burst damage. Or like if you have full flow, just don't worry about an Ezreal or a Jinx sniping you. What else have we got? Oh yeah, his crits also deal reduced damage. I forgot to mention it. So if you look at the tooltip on the critical strike chance, critical strike grants a chance to deal increased damage on basic attacks. The base critical damage bonus is 200%. So on Yasuo it's reduced by 10%, so it's 180% on Yasuo. But when you buy Infinity Edge, it's increased by 50%, so it makes it more than the normal crit chance, more than the normal critical strikes. I'll just sell this. Oh, I didn't notice there. Or there. Whew. And that's pretty much about it. That's what Yasuo's abilities do. So now let's get into some deeper mechanics. Some opponents of yours may be actually like really good opponents, and they like when they see you have your tornado and you E them to make an undodgeable Q so that you can ult them, they might like instantly flash when they see your E. So now I'll show you a trick on how exactly to like make them unable to predict your E. Let me just get this red buff for the health regen real quick. So basically, you E a minion and you flash. I did not flash onto Lux because she was like right next to me and there was no point in doing it. But you see what I mean. You like EQ a minion and instantly flash. And your Q will be done in the position you flash. I will do it again in 5 minutes when I have flash up. But until then, I'm gonna show you another trick you can do. So first what you need to do is go to hotkeys, then additional hotkeys, and you go to abilities and summoner spells. Then you go to like the very bottom and target champions only. You change this to something you can like always use. I prefer it to be on Z. What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Let's put it on space. So now when you put it on space, you cannot target monsters or minions. So now I can freely click exactly on them. So why you need to do this is, you need to hold space, then go to like some what, come on guys, and then go to like right here and then press E. Oops, my bad, I wasn't where I need to stand. I'm not really the best at this, but I can kinda do it. So basically you hold space, you come to the monsters and you E them, and if the E ends through like halfway through the wall, you're gonna go through the wall. What the, oh my god. Okay, let's try it one more time. So basically you go here, E, and you can dash through the wall like that. I'm sorry I failed to do it the first 2 times. I'm just fucking bad. You can do it on all monsters in some way, shape, or form. Now I'll show you how to do it on the raptors and krugs. Oh, come on. Did I seriously take the small ones? I'm not sure if, what? Oh my lord. I'm not sure if you can do it on, like, the big raptor. But, I'll see. Oh my god. Nah, you can't. You definitely cannot do it on the smaller raptor. You can do it on the red buff as well. God, I need to go there and oh my god. Here you can also fuck off. Okay, I need to base. What are they even doing? No, actually, I'm just gonna show you. So basically, I need to stop saying basically. Boom. You can do it faster. But right now I'm trying not to fail and look stupid. You can also do it on the smaller one. You just need to hold your target champions only button and then go to like the center of the monster and click E. And that's it. And once you get fed with Yasuo, it's pretty much game over. Let me just go ahead and try dashing through the wolves. Okay, that was kind of it. Then you can dash like this through blue, and then like this through Gromp. I feel like Gromp and Krugs are the easiest, and Wolves and Raptors are the most difficult. On the blue buff you can also dodge, not dodge, but dash through the other side, like from here. You can dash like that. Let me now just go kill this Veigar. Oh, actually, I'll use the technique on him. Just like you see, I rushed to. Oh my! I always fail the flash against bots. I don't know what's it about bots. Like, they can dodge my tornadoes, but they can predict my flash tornadoes. I don't know, man. So, oh my god. Oh no! Oh my god, Wukong. He knocked me up, man. CC is pretty difficult to deal with if you're a Yasuo. So I'm probably gonna have to show the EQ flash again. I fucked it up again. Oh god. And these are like the most difficult Yasuo combos. Now the next two combos, one of them I already failed 2 times. they are animation canceling combos. So this one is like, first up I'm gonna send a normal tornado so that you can see. Like now I send a normal tornado and you can see there's like a big animation of where Yasuo just does the tornado pretty much. But if you do the like wind wall Q, then the animation of the Q is cancelled and it's harder for your enemies to dodge. I don't know why this Annie isn't dealing damage. And you can also do it with a normal Q. And the animation of the Q is replaced with the animation of the wind wall. And it's like the tornado comes out of nowhere and there is no way to like predict where it's gonna come from and stuff. You can see I can even put it backwards and there is like no way to see the animation coming. So it is pretty much just harder to dodge. Now I'm gonna have to wait another almost 2 minutes. Whoa, he destroyed the turret! And now I will show you how to completely one-shot a Veigar with an EQ auto ignite. An extremely skill reliant combo there. Now I gotta B because, oh my god, are they seriously gonna destroy my base? I'm so boosted. I'm so damn boosted. No, 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 no. No, please, 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 please. No! I just threw to the clone. No, I didn't know. Okay, I saved my base. It's gonna be just 60 more seconds. On Yasuo, I just forgot to tell you, in the laning phase, the second you get level 2, you can just go ham on your opponent. Yasuo is like the strongest level 2 champion. Like Rengar is the strongest level 1 and Yasuo is the strongest level 2. Level 3, I don't know, Talon maybe? Lux? I don't know. So my flash will be up in 20 seconds. So I'm just gonna show you. Just wait a little bit. And now, when I have flash up, you can see. Oh my... Jesus Christ. So I Q the minions and then, oh my god, I failed it again. How did I fail it again? What the boosted? And I saved my base. Lol. So I think I'll just stop the video here and maybe like show you a couple of seconds later. Cause this is getting kinda insane. I'm just missing every single combo. I'm so sorry guys. Okay, so for now I'll stop the video. Oh my god. So I jumped into another custom game just to show you the trick with the flash. So right now Vladimir is pretty low So what I want to do, I'm just gonna wait for him to back away from me a little. And what I do is exactly this. And now he's knocked up. And I killed him. So I don't know why in the last game I didn't manage to do it. I don't know. So basically that's the combo, and if you're level 6 you can knock them up, but even if you're not, if they're low, you're gonna kill them with this EQ flash, then auto them, ignite them, E through them, then maybe kill them again, and it's just a lot of damage. So thank you for watching. If you like the video, like the video. Yeah, if you want, subscribe for more content. I would really appreciate it if you subscribe. But until my next video, have fun watching this. Oh, this is the worst outro ever. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Oh wait, oh my god, I'm still recording, am I?